Alright guys, the Croatian government is getting desperate. They can see the writing on the wall and they're trying to lure Croatian expats back to the country with a new scheme to just dish out money to Croatians who decided to leave Croatia and start a new life in other European countries. So let's have a look at what's going on. I Choose Croatia's scheme aimed at bringing back expats demographic revival. So the government adopted a conclusion on the I Choose Croatia scheme to motivate immigrants to return with incentives to start a business and to encourage the population revival of areas with significant emigration. So this is an self-employment scheme. So you only get this money if you start a business. So how much do you get? Well, the current scheme will give you 130,000 Croatian kuna, and it's going to be up to 150,000 kuna. So they're adding 20,000 Croatian kuna to the already existing plan, but they're also going to give you an extra 50,000 kuna just to return. Now, this is still dependent on starting a business. So there's a maximum of 200,000 kuna for those who return to Croatia, apply for the scheme and have their business plan approved. So you have to start a business, you have to be self-employed. Now the scheme is also for some people within Croatia, and this is for people to migrate within Croatia from urban areas to rural areas. So they want to revive rural areas by encouraging people already in Croatia to start a business in a rural area. So the people who may qualify for this, they're either people living outside of Croatia in other European countries, or people who are living in Croatia and who want to start a business in certain rural areas. So this article explains it more, and it tells you what this currency is in euros. So the 150,000 kunas is just under 20,000 euros, and then if you add the 50,000 extra, you get about 6,500 euros. So the total could be up to 26,500 euros. The Croatian government wants to give people 26,000 euros to come back to Croatia and set up a business. And this begins January of next year, this was written in 2021. So it's 2022. This new scheme is starting. Let's have a look at some of the comments here. So I'm a doctor in the UK. Bureaucracy in the health sector is devastating. Will I return? No, enough said. It's still better here. And here I don't have to be a member of a political party to succeed. So this guy who's a doctor in the UK is saying, you have to join a party and I guess do certain things and rub shoulders with certain people in order to succeed in Croatia. So it sounds like it's a not what you know, it's who you know kind of country. And this comment, even immigrants avoid Croatia, man. So even these desperate third world people coming to Europe, they don't want to go to Croatia. They want to go to Germany, France, UK. I am a plumber. I won't return. Take that. So these people here in the comments, they don't want to go back to Croatia. This guy says, I returned from a huge company and have stellar education and experience. They say my business plan and work are not sustainable. This guy must have applied and they said, no, your business plan doesn't work for us. You don't qualify. And so what's this guy going to do? Is he going to be like, well, I'm just going to leave Croatia again, maybe? Who knows? And this article here claims the scheme is illogical, discriminatory. This organization called the Voice of Entrepreneurs. So they say that taxpayers' money will finance those who have not paid a single kuna into the state budget to start a business. They're saying that the people who left Croatia, they're not paying taxes in Croatia, but these are the ones who are going to get taxpayers' money to start their business. It's unfair and it's discriminatory towards the people who stayed in Croatia, and the ones who started a business in Croatia, they didn't get this 26,000 euros to start a business. They had to start from scratch and come up with the money themselves. And now the Croatian government is tossing out money to these expats to come back and start a business. Why is the Croatian government so desperate to get expats back to the country? Well, let's have a look here at the population graph of Croatia. Here, this red line shows you 2021. So it hasn't updated yet for 2022. But look at this trend for the future. Look at this prediction. it's going to plummet over the next 50, 60 years. And by the end of this century, Croatia is projected to have a population of 2.2 million. Now, right now, the population is 4.1 million. So the population would be just over half of what it is now. So in 1990, the population peaked at 4.8 million. And then we had the wars in the Balkans. We had the breakup of Yugoslavia into a bunch of countries, including Croatia. We had war. And look at what happened. The population started to go down. And it was 4.8 million in 1990. It's dropped all the way down to 4.1 million. So in the last 30 years, Croatia has lost 700,000 people. And this trend is going to continue. The Croatian government is desperate to try and do something about this. And to be honest, 26,000 euros, I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not going to fix the huge trend that's happening in Croatia. I mean, look at this. Giving a couple of 100,000 people 26,000 euros is not going to fix this. This is not going to help. It's also divisive. You're giving money from the people already in Croatia to those who didn't contribute. And it's not just in Croatia. Many other countries, especially in Europe, especially Eastern Europe, they're seeing similar trends here. We're seeing population dropping all over Europe, and Croatia is in serious trouble. So let's look at the growth rate here. It's minus 0.61%. It's actually losing about 0.61 of population per year. And look at this, there's one birth every 15 minutes, but there's one death every 10 minutes. So deaths are outstripping births. One migrant every 120 minutes. So look at this, births per day 96, deaths per day 149. And when deaths outnumber births, then population is going to go down. Minus 65 people per day. So here is the population density map. Zagreb is the capital and by far the biggest city. Its population is just under 700,000. And here we have Split. Its population is 176,000. Now down here we have Dubrovnik. It's a small city, but it's a huge tourist area. Now here's year by year. Look at this. The growth rate since this is for every 5 years. So starting in the 1990s, we just see red all the way here for the last 30 years. And before that, it was growing, but it was growing very slowly. I mean, back in 1955, it was growing at almost 1%, which was not bad. But then it slowed down, and then in 1990, the growth rate was 0.25%. And then, look at this, we see the drop, 0.68%, almost 1%, 2000. So it's dropping. Now it's not dropping massively, but it's dropping at such a rate that this is the graph we see, and it's just not good. So there you go, guys. Croatia, one of many countries that are going through a population problem here. Their population is decreasing, and we're going to see more and more governments trying schemes like this and getting desperate for natives to return to the country. Even like this guy was saying in the comments, even immigrants avoid Croatia. So some countries are trying to mitigate population decline by increasing immigration, but Croatia can't even do that because the opportunities are not there for anyone, expats or immigrants, to come to Croatia. I'm going to be doing more videos like this about other countries. So if you're into this sort of thing, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Until next time, bye for now.